And so this girls under 18 championship game, we're at the San Bernardino Soccer Complex in San Bernardino, California. This game underway, featuring two teams that have meandered and fought their way through this tournament to wind up here in this championship game. We've got Wcfc and Nomads White. I'm Ken Gonzalez for George Langevin Productions. Just underway here in the first half, no score. And this the final championship game here on this beautiful Saturday, the 25th of April, 2004. Very warm day here in San Bernardino. And both of these teams, as you would expect, very evenly matched.
Pass the ball, then run.
I'll give you the rosters.
Pass it, then run.
For the Nomads, Diana Moyton is goalkeeper. Number 2 is Lauren Seegers. Number 4, Dara McIntyre. Number 6, Michelle Venerio. Number 7, Taryn Hennessy. Number 8, Annie Sardina. Number 9, Elaide Corden. Number 10, Karina Rodriguez. Number 11 is Lindsay Latham. Number 12, Goldie Fishoff. Number 13, Elizabeth Diaz. Number 14, Rachel Poe. Number 15, Raquel White. Number 16, Caitlin Ryan. Number 17, Jessica Barbie. And number 5 is Michelle Morelos. As we watch that ball soar out of play.
Right here, ladies, right here, West Coast. Put it in, Allie. That's a good ball by Pepper.
Action right in front of the net. Very dangerous there. The stop is made, and everyone will clear out back towards midfield.
Watch that 14. Man on your back.
You can see the playing surface that they're on. In the areas that are a bit brown and yellow, the grass obviously worn down. But in the green areas, it's very high and thick. So that will slow the ball down. So both of these teams will have to use that in consideration as they attack each other. Those crossfield passes will be slowed down once it hits that green area. And if we, you can see here throughout the game that the cleats that these players are wearing almost disappear within that grass, as it is quite thick. Referee waiting for most likely some substitutions. Finally put that ball into play. Here comes the free kick, centered just a little bit long, and it's going to be cleared out. And as both teams battle to be cleared across midfield, back in the net, but nobody was there, and the defense will hold. Right in front of us, the ball goes out. Very quick-paced game. Both teams really just trying to figure the other team out. That ball's nearing the near side here and will go out.
Come on, guys, pick it up. Guys, girls, push up.
Referee backing up, he's in the way. Now you can really see what we're talking about there on the grass. A little bit long. Now making their way towards the net. Getting around a couple of defenders. And again, out of bounds here on the near side. And for head coach Doug Swanson and the WCFC team, we'll give you their rosters. Goalkeeper is Savannah Medley. Number 2 is Lauren Katnick. Number 5, Kaylee Stein. Number 6, Katie Guadalupe. Number 7, Rebecca Steen. Number 8, Kat Benton. Number 9, Amy Ludlam. Number 10 is Melissa Diston. Number 12, Marina Grandy. Number 13, Megan Moothart.
Amy, settle it, settle it.
Number 16, Caitlin Romine. Number 18, Nicole Pepper. Number 20 is Emily Baker. Number 23 is Cynthia Tellis. And number 25, Jessica Lander. Assistant coach is David Pepper. And the team manager is Brian Katnick. So there you have the rosters for each of these teams. We can settle back in on the action now. These are 45-minute halves. And if need be, we will go to overtime and maybe even penalty kicks. That's a long way away. We've got a lot of soccer here between now and then. Again, both of these teams like to utilize, this must be the strong side. They're utilizing this near side. Angling towards that back line, taking a shot towards the net.
Talk to her. Come on, Callie. Back on their half. Let's do this.
That ball a little long.
Put that middle off. I got.
Guys, you gotta think quicker. Everything's a reaction, no anticipation.
Again, the ball out just beneath us here.
Hey, get ready sooner.
Beautiful day for soccer. Again, no score, first half. Now they'll streak towards the net.
Just get a hold of it. Connect, Kaylee.
We'll see
Connect.
which of these teams will strike first and take some advantage. Neither team with momentum over the other as we've gone back and forth here.
Connect, Kaylee. Connect. Come on. We've got to keep the ball moving. Just make connections here. A little possession here.
Just above midfield now. Nice defensive play.
Just connect. Find a midfielder. Find Emily's feet, someone's feet. Just make a connection. Make them chase a little bit. And now it's one touch and a giveaway every time.
Ball put in by Nomads, number 14, Rachel Poe. Now streaking across the middle of the field, Lauren Seegers. And just as she's going to make her move towards the net, she'll have the ball taken away by the defense. Trying to get there. Lauren Katnick.
No one.
Again, that ball skips away from just about everybody. Nomads trying to run it down, taking a shot towards the net, and it's going to be long. That was Annie Sardina for the Nomads. And out of bounds it goes over on that far side. Again, the WCFC Extreme in white, the Nomads in blue. Extreme sends the ball soaring across midfield. Substitutions now for the Nomads, as you could hear names being called, and then we have 3 substitutions now coming in for the Nomads. Coming into the game, we have Taryn Hennessy, number 7, number 13, Elizabeth Diaz, and number 15, Raquel White into the game now for the Nomads. So 3 sets of fresh legs, and we'll see if they can make a difference here in helping push their team across and getting a goal and breaking the scoreless tie here in the first half. Extremes number 5, Kaylee Stein with a nice move upfield. Ball just a little bit too quick. And as she tries to run it down, the defense for the Nomads will recover and bring the ball back the other way. Ball goes out here on the near side. You can see the fields here in the distance. Everything just about wrapped up. There's one field behind us, finishing off their championship game. In fact, this field earlier today saw a boys' game. I believe it was the championship 16 and under. And it was just a shootout. There were 8 goals scored. In fact, I forget which team, but somebody had a 3-1 lead in the second half. They ended up losing the game, but the final was something in the neighborhood of, I believe it was 5-4, so there were 9 goals scored. This game here is shaping up to be a thriller, a nail-biter, as we have gone about a third of the way, not quite, into this first half. Again, 45-minute halves. Right at midfield. Now across, now a foot race. Raquel White trying to chase the ball down, but in her way, number 9, Amy Ludlam for the Extreme. And the Extreme now spreading the field. Their defense took a stand, and they'll clear the ball away from the net. And for the Nomads, running that ball down, number 11, Lindsay Latham. And now it's the Nomads' turn as they spread the field. Their short passing game. This game originally set to be played at field number 4 here at the San Bernardino Soccer Complex. That ball will head towards the net. And the goalkeeper for the Nomads, Diana Moythen, will make the stop. Again, Nomads in blue, Extreme in white. This is the 2004 State Open Cup final for girls under 18. Very warm day here in San Bernardino. Over the 90-degree mark. Nomads set to put the ball back into play. They do. They go into the backfield to try to set something up. Now moving into the interior of the field. Crossfield pass, and you can see the grass slowed that down, allowed the Nomad or the Extreme to step in front and take the ball away in the lane. Luckily for the Nomads, their defense was there. Stop the ball. And Raquel White passes it across midfield, but then sent soaring back the other way by the Extreme. And again, the ball will bounce out of bounds here on the near side. Into the game now for the Extreme. Number 23, Cynthia Tellis, and number 12, Marina Grandi. Lauren Katnick there, number 2, for the Extreme. She tried to penetrate into the backfield, but too many blue jerseys there for the Nomads. They send her away, and there's Katnick again. Now as the action moves over to the far side, a collision there, no whistle. Play continues. And the ball looks like it's going to skirt out of bounds, and it does. The Extreme pick it up. They say it went off the Nomads, and the linesman must agree, and we start play again, but the Nomads steal it away and across midfield. Very quick, Raquel White White gets around a couple of defenders. She'll take a shot toward the net, and it's going to be just wide. Just wide of that far post. Near for us. Far post for Raquel. As she took that shot from the left side of the field. But she sure is quick.
Step in there.
And the Extreme will more than likely take note of that. And for the Extreme, moving down the near side, number 23, Cynthia Tellis. Now the ball moved towards the middle, taken away, though, by the Nomads. Nomads now will try to work their way up and down the near side. White. Again, and the ball will go out. Belongs to the Nomads. Ball put into play. Raquel White running it down towards the back line in the corner. Extreme. Clear it out away. And just as Cynthia Tellis was coming up towards the ball, it goes out of bounds. And so the Nomads still have it. Evenly matched here. Plenty of white and blue jerseys. Now for the Nomads, number 7, Taryn Hennessy. Over to White. Hennessy again trying to make a play, but flanked right there by a defender for the Extreme, and the ball will go out of bounds. I believe that was number 18, Nicole Pepper. So, almost to the midway point here in the first half, no score. And I'm Ken Gonzalez for George Langevin Productions, bringing you another Game of the Week. GLP Productions, a Game of the Week specialist. Ball cleared away. Nice defense by the Extreme, not allowing the Nomads to set much up. Although the Nomads are putting the pressure down at that end of the field, the Nomads, the Extreme defense, proving to be very tough in front of their net. And the Nomads coming across midfield, Rachel Poe. She'll have the ball knocked away out of bounds.
Marina got a drop in there in the middle.
So this tournament for the United States Youth Soccer coming to a close. Been a weekend just full of games. As you said, this is the final game being played here. Game time started about... Originally the game time was supposed to be 2 o'clock. And we had mentioned that this game was scheduled for Field 4. Everybody was moved to Field 1. There was a championship game going on at Field 4 before the start of this game. And at last we heard it was going into penalty kicks. It was a boys, might have been boys under 18 division game, and was going all the way down to the wire. We're not sure exactly who came out victorious in that match, but nevertheless we moved fields and we started here. One of the advantages of this San Bernardino soccer complex is the amount of fields that they do have. So especially late in the tournament when most of the games have been completed, they do have the luxury of moving games from field to field. Extreme trying to penetrate deep in here on the near side. Megan Muthart runs into some trouble. Ball centered by Tellis. Now it's going to be cleared away by the Nomads, number 16, Caitlin Ryan. And the ball move across midfield. Again, high into the air. Across midfield again. And that ball will nearly go out and finally does. And as you see the referee right there in the middle of the screen indicating the ball belongs to the Extreme. last week, we had some of the play-in games and quarterfinal games played here, and it did rain. So some of these games were played in wet conditions. That might have something to do with some of these bare spots that you see on the field. May have been areas that were soaked, and when they played the games, were just trounced.
Cindy, starts right there.
And again, where we see the lush green grass, that rain really helped it move along and grow. And it has made for, well, you don't want to say a slow field, because as you can see, it's a wide area in front of your screen there of very low grass. That yellow-brown area. And then you'll move 10 feet in one direction and the other, and you're in a patch of long grass. So definitely something each of these teams have to consider here today in their passing games. They definitely have to choose their lanes wisely. And this playing condition does lend itself to a little bit of a conservative attitude.
Connect again. Good.
So again, very slowly. Across midfield, the Nomads will pick it up on defense, bring it back the other way now. A little bit of a battle. Nice no-look pass for number 18 of the Extreme, Nicole Pepper. Right in front of the net now. There's a scramble. Everyone's got to be cautious there for the Nomads. They're able to clear it away. Pepper again. She'll take a shot from the near side. Not exactly the shot that she wanted. Bounces a couple times right into the hands of the Nomads goalkeeper, Diana Moythen. As Morgan Moodhart looks on, Moythen sends the ball soaring across midfield. Extreme, though, right there where they need to be. They'll send it back the other way. And just like that, the Nomads take it. So each of these teams really getting in the way of the other, making it very difficult. We've had just a couple of shots on goal here in the first half. We're just about the 26-minute mark here of the first half. Coming into the game for the Nomads, number 2, Lauren Seegers. So she took a break. She was in earlier. And when we had that substitution change for the Nomads, where they sent in Diaz, White, and Hennessy, Seegers had come out. Now she's back in. I believe she replaced number 13, Elizabeth Diaz. We will confirm that. Nice strong throw from that far side. Now the ball bounces right down the middle of the field. Now across midfield. Here come the Extreme. Extreme now. Moodhart. She's all alone, though. Needed some help. And Diana Moythen, the goalkeeper for the Nomads, able to clear the ball away. So Moodhart really needed some help there. She was isolated all by herself. She was surrounded by a couple of Nomads defenders. And she had made her break towards the net so quickly that really the Nomads were lucky that they did have a stopper back there, because that play developed so fast. And unfortunately for the Extreme, it developed so fast they couldn't get any help back there. Now a goal kick for the Nomads. Comes over towards the near side, just a little bit short of midfield. Finally bounces up across. Nomads. Number 5 now.
Turn and get ready. Come on, Cindy. Cindy. Cut off the pass.
Ball sent towards the back line. And it will go out. Will we have a corner kick or a goal kick? Who touched it last? Nomads are saying... Well, originally they thought that they were going to have a goal kick, but the Extreme now will bring it out for...
Yeah, they're playing
Actually, the corner kick. Extreme now will bring it out for the goal kick.
That forward has to drop in there and take their center back there.
That was Michelle Morelos earlier there in the middle of the field. She had set up that free kick just below midfield and sent the ball soaring across towards that back line. Extreme. Now they're moving from the near side towards the middle of the field. Nice crossfield pass. Had just enough on it. And out of bounds, the Nomads will put it back into play. Again, the Nomads in blue. No score here in the first half. The Under 18 championship game here in the State Open Cup, California. It's April the 25th, 2004. The Nomads now will move their way upfield. You see in the picture there, Elaide Corden, number 9. And number 5, Michelle Morelos, will come out of the game for a breather. And she will be replaced by number 4, Dara McIntyre. They're very eager to get in. She will have to move all the way across field to the far side. And she'll take the inbound throw from her teammate number 12, Goldie Fishoff. And immediately the ball goes out of bounds and the Extreme will take control. Ball still loose. See who comes up with it. White moves across field. Now we'll pass it down towards the corner. She had Fishoff there, but not in a position really to take that pass, and allowed the Extreme to knock it out of bounds. So McIntyre will put it into play from that far side. Battle for the ball over in the corner. Now will come out. The Nomads now want to attack the net. They've got some numbers now. Here's a shot. It's going to be deflected and go well above the bar and across the back line. But the Nomads very quietly attacked the net, came in close. Just weren't able to get it through. And so now the goal kick for the Extreme as they try to clear the ball away. It goes out, and the Nomads will have it again. So the Nomads here the last few minutes trying to wear down the defense of the Extreme. Ball put into play by Lindsay Latham.
You gotta cut that off, Cindy. Come on.
Latham here at midfield. Now it's centered. High into the air. It's going to come down in the box right in front of the net. We're going to have a shot. It's going to be deflected by... See the number there for the defender on the Extreme, but it goes right into the hands of the goalkeeper, Savannah Medley. And the Nomads are turned away. Down the far sideline, into the corner. And a whistle. We've got just about 11 or 12 minutes to go here in the first half. Extreme. Trying to go downfield. And over on the far side, the ball goes out. The Nomads will put it back in. Extreme really converging on the ball, making it difficult for the Nomads to bring it up across midfield. Extreme now trying to center it. They haven't had a shot on goal here for quite a few minutes. And now it's the Nomads streaking down the near side, now angling towards the middle of the field. Now in a foot race, angling towards the net. Here comes a shot and a bump in the box, no whistle. And for the Nomads, number 2, Lauren Seegers had maneuvered herself in. She had one person to beat. They bumped each other, no whistle. And across the back line the ball goes, and so it'll be a goal kick. And clearing the ball away will be the Extreme, and they try to go to the near side. Nobody there, though. The ball stolen by number 9, Elaine Corden. And some physical play out there now as we see the bumping. And the referee's letting it go. He realizes these girls are old enough to get physical and play. He doesn't have to protect them. This is a championship game. I think he's making a wise idea here. Maybe some of these would be whistled in regular season play. And that shot goes right into the hands of Savannah Medley. Savannah will send that ball up towards midfield. It bounces about 10 yards shy. And on a couple of hops, finds its way across midfield and out of bounds over on the far side. Touched by, well, nobody. And as it goes out, the Nomads will put it into play on the near side. On the far side. Now substitutions again. Coming into the game, number 13, Elizabeth Diaz for the Nomads. Ball bouncing around, nobody coming down with it. Finally, Extreme try to push it upfield, but run into some resistance there as the Nomads defense converges. And it's the Nomads controlling the ball here in the backfield, slowly bringing it back up. They want to center it. Now they'll come back again. And they're being forced to spread the field this way by the defense of the Extreme. I'm not sure that normally they'd want to spread the field that wide, especially deep in their own territory. But they have to find an opening. They have to try to make something happen. Again, nobody with an advantage. No score here in the first half. Under 10 minutes to go. Both of these teams will take a well-deserved, much-needed break at halftime. Very hot here in San Bernardino. Ball goes out.
Come on, Lauren. Right in the middle. Forwards off.
And the Extreme this time
Maria,
will
Sandy, Megan. Wait.
use a couple of substitutions coming into the game. Wholesale changes, 4 players. Number 7, Rebecca Steen. Number 10, Melissa Diston. Number 25, Jessica Lander. And number 20, Emily Baker into the game.
No more bitching out there on the field.
For the Extreme. So the thought might be, let's get some fresh legs in there for the final 10 minutes or so of this first half. Let's see if we can outrun this Nomad team and get a quick score before the half. White over to Diaz. Diaz has the ball taken away. Nomads, though, don't allow the Extreme to bring the ball back up across midfield. They keep it down here on this end. Now crossfield pass in the air to Diaz, or I'm sorry, to White. And White saw an opening there. I believe it's Diaz, yes. But the pass just long and was scooped up by Savannah Medley. Collision here, hitting the ground for the Extreme. Believe that was Taryn Hennessy. And we're going to have a whistle. And slow to get up. And coming into the game now for the Extreme, number 13, Megan Moothart. Late substitution. Both teams playing a little bit going to say harder. They've been playing hard most of the game, but now as we near the end of this first half, they're playing with a little bit more.
Relax, relax. Good.
And the word just eludes me here, but each of these team definitely wants to get a goal here before the end of the half. Let's just put it that way, and they're trying as best they can. They're getting very physical. They're moving up and down very quick, and a push over on the far side.
Use your head.
And that will be called. I don't believe we're going to have a warning issued here, but the Extreme will have the ball. And the referee was at quite a distance from that play as we see him now moving into the field. A vision there. He was well below midfield. That ball well upfield over near the far corner. Not sure how he was in position to see much there. And so the Extreme will have the free kick. Well, it's a goal kick. Not quite to midfield. And again, we'll go out. And both of these teams very tired now as the pace was very frantic there the last couple of minutes. But now it seems to have slowed down. And each team taking advantage every time that ball goes out. Not moving very quickly to get it back into play. And I believe at this point, maybe each team content going into halftime tied 0-0. We may have had 5 shots on goal between each team here in the first half, and that might be an exaggeration. The defenses have been so good. They choke the ball as anybody gets near the net. Nomads now trying to penetrate the ball high into the air, skips wildly and finally into the hands of Savannah Medley. As she'll come out and make the stop. And quickly sends the ball soaring, a nice strong kick across midfield. And now it's the Extreme penetrating deep into the Nomads territory. There's a shot on goal. It's going to be wide. And they had Diana Moythen out of the box just a bit. Decided to take the shot from the far side angle, and it was just wide.
Be strong. You guys got it. Good job, man.
Nomads don't want to allow another shot here, but the Extreme controlling the ball. Now it's at midfield. Nomads take the momentum away, and now they'll move down the far sideline. And we'll see at what point they decide to turn in as they hit the far corner towards the back line, running out of real estate of the Nomads, and they're basically driven out and angled out of the area, so the Extreme will control the ball. There's a whistle, and the first half of this Girls Under 18 Championship game 2004 State Open Cup has come to an end. I'm Ken Gonzalez, George Langevin Productions. It's a 0-0 tie as we head to the second half. We'll be right back.
Okay, a couple things have to happen to establish progression. One, we gotta get our heads up and play quickly. Two, we gotta be showing the ball. Okay? At your feet, forward. Or everybody, really. Look for the ball at your feet. Okay? We're not gonna be able to play on the ball back. Okay? So look for the ball at your feet. And most of the time, we're under pressure. Okay? Most of the time, when we have the ball, we're under pressure. People gotta show. Okay? And then we string passes together, and then we get success. Okay, but right now it's one touch, two touch, and a giveaway. We're defending again. One touch, two touch. Okay. Our passes are like, I just don't want the ball anymore, so I'm
It's
just
the forward's feet. And the forward making it stick and people running off them. I tell you, you're going to get one, and that'll decide the game. Okay, you put one in the back of the net, their heads will go down. Alright? Oh. And there we go. Michelle Morales and Annie in the centre midfield to start. And then we'll see how we go.
It's actually many people.
What?
What's up, two in the center room?
Oh, yeah, sorry, the two Michelles. People are chasing balls. When they're chasing a ball wide down the line and they're not going to reach for it, they're not going to reach for it and hit the back post. It's going to hit the near post. It's when they're coming along the line looking at the goal that they're going to get the ball in the middle and the back. But when they're chasing a ball down the side, they're getting from that angle 9 times.
Ken Gonzalez for George Langevin Productions. We're back for the start of the second half of this match between the Extreme and the Nomads. Again, Extreme in white, Nomads in blue. No score. We played a scoreless first half. Again, this is the 2004 State Open Cup final for the girls under 18 division. This is the last game being played here at the San Bernardino Soccer Complex. So all eyes are on this match as the Nomads try to penetrate deep in.
Get a hold of it. Get a hold of it, Kaylee. Be strong.
Ball just at midfield. And so we'll see which of these teams comes out here in the second half and exploits the other team's defense, takes an advantage. Again, no score. As we see goalkeeper Diana Molthen. She sends a kick high into the air up towards midfield. Right here, angles toward the near side. And it's the Extreme taking control of the ball, and it goes out of bounds right here underneath us. Nomads trying to keep the ball away from the Extreme down here on this end. And again, they'll send the ball back into the box, and Diana Molthen will take control there. And substitutions now for the Nomads. Hopefully we'll see that player come into view. Yes, number 10 for the Nomads now into the game, Karina Rodriguez. Seeing her first action, I don't believe that we saw her in the first half. If she was, it was sparingly.
Relax.
And the Nomads now, number 16, Caitlin Ryan. Across midfield. Extreme. Able to handle it there, take it away, but the Nomads won't be denied. They still control the ball. Now they'll come across, angling towards the net. Here's the shot. It's going to hit the post and wind up in the back of the net for the Nomads. Number 12, Goldie Fishoff, will break the scoreless tie as she uses her left foot. Angles the ball just past the outstretched hands of Savannah Medley, the goalkeeper for the Extreme. The ball hits the far post, bounces to the left and in, and it's 1-0 Nomads. Quickly, the Extreme at midfield get the ball back into play. Jessica Lander has the ball taken away, but her teammates are there in the backfield to recover. And now it's the Extreme bringing it up across midfield. Nomads defense, so gets back. They want to protect this 1-0 lead. And the way this game has been played so far, that could be it. As I alluded to in the first half, late in that first half, each team with maybe 2 or 3 shots on goal. And so those shots coming few and far between, and this time the Nomads able to put it through. Extreme now centering the ball in front of the net. Molthen looks on, her teammates so clear it away, and out of bounds here on the near side. And that ball goes well out of bounds. Give each of these teams a little bit of a breather as it's retrieved. And for the Extreme, they will start over again. High toss. Cleared away by the Nomads. Now it's the Nomads bringing the ball up towards midfield. They'll work the near sideline. A little bit of a collision there. Number 8 for the Nomads. Annie Sardina has the ball taken away, and it's the Extreme now attacking the net. Here's a shot high into the air, hits the top bar, and goes out of bounds. Moulton kind of gives a little bit of a shake of the head. She knows she dodged a bullet there. And now the goal kick for the Nomads. Ball comes across midfield. Now, one thing that's obvious here in the second half that we did not see in the first half, both of these teams go into their long passing game. I think they've figured out where the fast spots are here on the field. And if they keep the ball in the air on those long passes, it's to their advantage. They tried it on the ground in the first half, and they saw how slow the ball moved when it hit those thick patches. So they keep it into the air, and again, a very long crossfield pass in the air. And now moving here on the near side, number 8, Sardina. She'll take a shot towards the net, but it goes right into the hands of Savannah Medley. To the action there in the middle of the field. Nomads bring it up across. And the ball rolled deep in Extreme territory. The defense gets back, though. Here on the near side, Nomads getting to the ball. Now they're spreading the field here on the near side with some long passing. And it's the Extreme who'll bring it up towards midfield. Just across now. Again, Extreme in white. Now they're attacking the net. They're trailing this match 1-0. And the ball goes out of bounds here on the near side. In the last few minutes, they have been putting the pressure on the defense of the Nomads. They'd like to tie this game quickly. They don't want to go too long with a 1-0 deficit. The Nomads struck very quickly here in the second half. And they're very capable of doing it again. And I'll tell you right now, the Extreme do not want to go down 2-0. So the Nomads will move over here to the near side. The ball will go out. Actually, no. It dances just on the inside of the line. And then finally is knocked out of bounds by the Extreme. So the Nomads put it back into play. Just below midfield. Having the ball taken away from her is number 17, Jessica Barbie. And now the ball will roll and roll and roll towards the back line. Nomads defense gets back there for the Extreme. Number 5, Kaylee Stein. Ball bounces high into the air. Nice header by number 6, Katie Guadalupe for the Extreme. And now as we have a collision here, the ball does go out of bounds. That collision between number 8 for the Nomads, Annie Sardina, and number 25, Jessica Lander.
You gotta run. If you want the ball, you run. Show with your feet that you want the ball.
Nice strong throw coming in for the Extreme. Taking it number 2, Lauren Katnick. Over to number 7, Rebecca Steen. And finally cleared out of bounds by the Nomads. So Extreme ball deep into Nomad territory. Trying to make the most of their opportunity here to get at least a shot on the net. Steen with the toss into some heavy traffic here just outside the box. And the Nomads are able to break it, and they'll bring it up across midfield. It's a foot race now. Finally, the defense for the Extreme will send the ball soaring back the other way towards the far side near the corner. And for the Nomads, number 11, Lindsay Latham will put it back into play. Nearing the 10-minute mark here of the second half. Again, 45-minute halves. And it's a 1-0 lead for the Nomads. Anything can happen here in the final 35 minutes. This game far from being over.
Show there. Nick, you gotta show for that ball there.
Ball bouncing, finally taken by the Extreme, coming across midfield. Upfield pass gets away from the defender. Now it's a foot race towards the back line. Number 5 for the Extreme, Kaylee Stein, trying to get to the ball, but out of nowhere, coming across from the left side of your screen, the goalkeeper, Diana Moulton, scrambles and dives for the ball and is able to make the save. So Kaylee Stein turned away. And out of bounds here. Get a little bit of a chuckle when I see that side line right here towards the flag. It kind of forks off into 2. And you can see it's quite windy here in San Bernardino today. Ball put in, comes in near the corner. Nomads trying to push it out and away. Now they'll move down the back line. And the goalkeeper, Savannah Medley, for the Extreme, able to pick the ball up. In the safety of her hands, now she'll knock it high into the air over towards the far side. Doesn't quite get to midfield where it's taken by the Nomads. White now maneuvers down that far side. Her shot goes right into the hands of Savannah Medley. Nice stop. Raquel White wanted to put her team, the Nomads, up by a score of 2-0, but she's turned away on a fine defensive play by Savannah Medley. And the ball goes out of bounds here on the near side. Head coach for the Nomads, Brian McManus, holds the ball. Now he barking out some signals there to his team. He wants to get a substitution, and he will. White will come out for a breather. I believe that's Elizabeth Diaz now, yes, into the game for White. Rachel Poe puts the ball into play. Now it's the Nomads trying to set something up as they center the ball right down the middle. And taking a shot from about 30 yards out, number 12, Goldie Fishoff, but it goes right into the hands of Savannah Medley. Now we have an injured player for the Extreme right here in the middle of the field. The referee now signaling for somebody on the side to come over and take a look. Looks like number 11. Well, actually, number 16, Caitlin Romine, comes into the game as a sub. And it's Medley who will take her turn, booming the ball across midfield. And the Extreme will have it, trying to set something up. They spread the field, now moving down the near side. Number 25, Lander, Jessica Lander, runs into some trouble. The Nomads defense takes it away right here on the near side. Now there's a battle between Caitlin Romine, number 16, and number 13, Elizabeth Diaz for the Nomads. Diaz comes away with the ball across midfield. Now she'll move her way towards the back line. Now angles towards the middle of the field. She has 2 defenders to beat, changes her direction once, and now out of nowhere for the Extreme, number 8, Kat Benton, makes a nice stop and pushes the ball out across the back line. Corner kick for the Nomads, high into the air. Some blue jerseys are there. Nomads trying to center the ball. They do. Now they'll move over towards the near side, trying to gain an angle. That was number 17, Jessica Barbie. She'll have the ball taken away, and now it's Extreme streaking down the field here on the near side. Kaylee Stein centers the ball. But the Nomad defense right in the lane. Stein take a shot from about 30 yards. It'll bounce off the shin of the goalkeeper, Diana Moulton, and out across the back line. So we will have a corner kick now, and taking it is Jessica Lander for the Extreme. Lander's kick, very strong, centered nicely. Pushed away. Extreme, though, still penetrating over toward the near side. Across and near the back line. The ball does cross the line, and it was last touched by the Extreme, so we'll have a goal kick now for the Nomads. Just about 30 minutes to go here in regulation. 1-0 lead for the Nomads. Extreme, though, Again, penetrating and taking a shot here from the near angle. Kaylee Stein, not exactly the shot she wanted, but she had to take what she could get. She had a defender closing in, and her angle was closing as well. As she was pushed towards the back line near the corner, she finally elected to take the shot and just didn't have too much mustard on it. And that grass slowed it down as well, and that was an easy scoop by the goalkeeper, Diana Molson.
Rachel, go wide right.
Nomads with another substitution coming into the game for the Nomads. Number 6, Michelle Venerio. And I believe Michelle Venerio is making her first appearance here of the game. Ball high in the air. Now battling for it on the far side, number 14 for the Nomads, Rachel Poe, along with a couple of extreme defenders. The ball goes out off the extreme. Put back into play by the Nomads. And Lindsay Latham now for the Nomads. Puts it back in. Nomads very slow with the ball now, spreading the field. Now they'll come into their backfield with it, trying to set something up. So they know they're playing with a 1-0 lead, and they've changed their tactics now as they're really spreading things, opening up the field, trying to catch this defense off guard for the extreme. Now here on the near side, number 8, Annie Sardina. She'll take a shot towards the net, centered nicely. There's another kick and a goal, number 13. Elizabeth Diaz will put her team up 2-0. And so the Nomads now slowly pulling away here in the second half as they have taken a 2-0 lead over the extreme. And now substitutions for the extreme as numbers 12, 13, and 23. Marina Grandy, number 12, Megan Muthart, number 13, and number 23, Cynthia Tellis, into the game. And Raquel White back in now for the Nomads. So 2-0 Nomads over the extreme. And just as I alluded to, the extreme defense was being spread open by the offense of the Nomads. Nomads decided to use all the field, utilizing some cross-field passing. Once a Nomad touched the ball, they would stop, hold up, wait for somebody to get in position, then they'd fire away. And using that tactic, they were able to penetrate deep and isolate the defense of the extreme. And they were able to push the ball into the net. So 2-0. And the extreme now have their work cut out for them. The extreme have actually had a better time penetrating here in the second half against this Nomads defense. They've spent a lot of time down here on this end of the field. They just haven't been able to push it through. And now they're going to have to play with a little bit of urgency here in this second half. Ball coming across midfield. Back and forth each of these teams go. Nearing the 20-minute mark here of the second half. White, isolated again, moving down the near side, heads towards the back line, and as she nears the box, coming out of nowhere again, number 8, Kat Benton with a nice defensive play. And we'll have the ball scoot away and out of bounds.
Sideline. He's down there talking to the coach. It's funny. Yep.
Benton's throw will come in towards the corner. Actually, that's Sardina, number 8 for the Nomads. White in the box. Now she'll attack. Ball skips away from her and she can't recover in time. Cleared away by the extreme. The ball staying down here on this end of the field. Before it goes out, we'll have a collision. And Sardina will have the free kick here on the near side. She looks towards the net. I think she's going to go right for it. She does. High into the air, cleared away. Nomads with the header on the far side. But it goes right into the hands of the goalkeeper, Savannah Medley. A nice stop. And she keeps her team close at 2-0 as she denies a goal. Nomads now below midfield. Taking a turn. Coming back the other way. Over on the far side now, down the far sideline, now going towards the corner. Extreme now controlling the ball. They'll bring it up. Now across midfield. Extreme. The ball is centered. Now penetrating deep, the Extreme, but the Nomads defense is there. Clearing it away. Dangerous move right there in the box with that pass. Came off the shin, moved back towards the middle. But the Extreme just didn't have the numbers there. White takes a spill. Extreme now exploiting that, moving up the middle of the field. Now it's Extreme playing their passing game. Very quick. There's number 2, Lauren Katnick. She'll have the ball taken away by the defense of the Nomads. But again, the Extreme not allowing them to bring it back across midfield. Right down the middle. And the ball will soar this way. White sends it back. And now that kick for the Nomads going down the near side and out of bounds. So the Extreme will throw it in. Here it comes right at midfield. Saved from going out. Now they're near the line. Extreme centering the ball. Number 12, Marina Grandy. But the Nomads step into the lane. They'll take it away, clear it out. Diaz. Kick goes across midfield. Nobody there, though, but the Extreme defense. It's Raquel White moving towards the ball. Kicked out. So back and forth, each of these teams go. Katnick trying to get there on defense. Now the ball moves away. Number 9 now for the Extreme. Amy Ludlam gets to the ball, and we have an injured player for the Extreme right here in front of us.
I'm like fainting. My muscles, like, I can't even feel them.
And back into the game, number 5, Kaylee Stein. I believe injured player was Lauren Katnick. She walked off on her own. She probably just needs a breather. And now into the game, number 18 for the Extreme, Nicole Pepper. So the referee holding things up here, allowing the substitution after the injury. Now he's looking around, making sure everyone is settled in. Puts the ball down on the ground, and we've begun play again. Ball moves down that far side. And out. The Nomads will have it. Just below midfield. Now the toss will come in. And again, directly right out of bounds again. And now the Nomads will bring it up. Rodriguez kicks it upfield. And there's a whistle. It goes out once more. Substitution for the Nomads now into the game, number 7, Taryn Hennessy. That throw comes in. It's the Extreme with the ball. And as they try to make their way upfield, the ball will get away and go out. And it's the Nomads who will have control. Hennessy will put it into play. as it comes in. Goes out again. So each of these teams having trouble over on the far side getting the ball into play as it goes back and forth, and now it goes out again, and it's the Extreme who will put it back into play. Now we're right at midfield. Nomads will take the ball away.
Get up!
And the Extreme's number 25, Jessica Lander, passes it off. Now upfield towards that back line. Saved from going out. Number 12 now. Marina Grandi tries to maneuver into the middle of the field for the Extreme. Passes it off. There's a shot. It'll go towards the net, but take it from about 30 yards out. It skips harmlessly right over to the goalkeeper for the Nomads, Diana Molthen. And Molthen sends the ball flying just past midfield. Extreme have it. Now the Extreme trying to set up the offense, spread the field just a bit. That pass intended for Marina Grandi, but stepping in the lane, the defender for the Nomads. Collision right in front, no whistle. And we actually have a late whistle. And being called for that, the Nomads. So the Extreme put it on the ground. They start the play again. Number 17 for the Nomads, Jessica Barbie. Surrounded by several white jerseys. She manages to get away, and there's a kick. And will go out of bounds. That's off the foot of Raquel White. And so the Extreme put it into play. Number 16, Caitlin Romine. Now she waits back. She wants a pass. She centers the ball. And a whistle. Another late whistle by the referee. He'll stop the play. And it'll be a free kick for Romine. She'll take it. Nice kick towards the net. Cleared away by the Nomads. But there again, number 12, Grandi. She'll have the ball taken away. Romine again changes directions once and twice. Nice play. Passes it off to Megan Moothart. Now Grandi again. She's isolated right in front of the net. Her kick will find that far post and bounce right into the net. And now the Extreme have cut the lead to 2-1. And goalkeeper Diana Molthen really can't believe it. She thought that ball, she just watched it actually. She thought it was going to be wide and go out across that back line. But just like the Nomads scored their second goal, it found the post and knocked itself right in. And now we've got a game here. 27 minutes into this second half, the Extreme have cut the lead down to 2-1. And at this point now, anything can happen. And the Extreme have to feel pretty good about themselves. And if their defense holds and they maintain this 1-goal deficit, I mean, they can play all the way down to the last second before they get a tying shot. Nomads bring it across midfield. The only person there, though, number 13, Diaz, Elizabeth Diaz. And she looked for some help too late as she was choked by 3 white jerseys. And the Extreme defense will hold. Ball put into play. Now a scramble for it right here just beneath us. Out off the Nomads. And now the Extreme, you can see it in their faces now. Very serious looks. They know that they have an opportunity to tie this game now. They were down just a bit, 2-0. But they just kept pounding and pounding away. Finally broke down the defense of the Nomads and were able to push one across.
Come on, keep it up.
So Marina Grandi brings her team to within 1. Right at 30 minutes here. So 15 minutes to go, roughly, here in the second half. 2-1 lead for the Nomads as the Nomads try to move downfield over in the corner on the far side. Nearly goes out across the back line. It does go out, but it was off the side. And I believe the Nomads will have the ball near the corner. And they elect to go with a substitution now.
I'm playing outside. I'm playing outside.
No, you're playing for
Coming into the game, number 8 and number 12 for the Nomads. So number 8, Annie Sardina, number 12, Goldie Fishoff. Now in the game for the Nomads. So a couple of pairs of fresh legs.
Find your marks.
play wide left.
And the throw will come in over from the far side near the corner. Very strong throw. And on the header, it goes high into the air. Both teams scrambling for control, and it's the Extreme coming away with it. And the Extreme quickly now move across midfield.
Look at Megan!
Over towards the corner. That's number 8, Kat Benton.
Get your team up! Get your team up! Get your team up! Katie! Yo, this girl's standing offside. I know.
And out of bounds again. And this time the Nomads will have the ball. They'll move downfield.
Awesome, Katie!
And battling away with Benton is number 2 for the Nomads, Lauren Seegers. Over there as well, number 5. Actually, no, that was number 8, Kat Benton.
Good job, nice step. Nice
Another
step.
quick whistle. We had an offsides there going against the Nomads. So the Extreme pushing the ball over here on the near side. Now they're going to use the sideline. Just below midfield, there's the kick and out of bounds. Cynthia Tellis was there, and I believe that's who the Extreme are trying to go to. But the kick goes out, and the Nomads will put it into play. So the Nomads with the 2-1 lead here in the second half. A lot of soccer to go. And speaking of a lot of soccer, this Nomads team taking a trip to Italy here, June 30th through July 13th. So they're going to be spending a couple of weeks out there playing in the Versilia Cup in Tuscany, Italy. So I'm sure there was a lot of hard work going into pulling a trip like that off. And the Nomads again bring it upfield. With the defense for the Extreme getting back in time. And we're under 15 minutes, about 13 minutes to go here in regulation of the second half. It's a 1-goal lead. And the Extreme looking for a way to tie this game. That ball goes out, and so slowly the Nomads will run it down. They're not in a hurry at all when that ball goes out to bring it back in. They just want to run the clock. They've got the 1-goal lead.
Win it wide! Awesome, Pep! Good job, Pep! Anticipate those, you guys.
Thanks.
Come on, intensity, West Coast! You go, girls! You gotta want
Ball bouncing freely. Finally taken by the Extreme just below midfield. Now they'll come across midfield. We're going to see who gets to the ball first. Number 12 for the Extreme, Marina Grandi, has it taken away by number 8, Annie Sardina. And now it's Sardina trying to move down the near sideline. And it goes out, belongs to the Extreme. Right at midfield. Collision. Hitting the ground, number 12, Grandi. And now it's the Nomads pushing the ball up towards the box, coming out just a bit. The goalkeeper, Medley. The ball goes out across the back line, and Savannah Medley will have the goal kick. She keeps it near the ground. Upfield, number 13, Megan Moothart. Sardina, though, takes it away for the Nomads, and as she moves upfield, the ball is kicked out. Nomads still with possession, though. They'll center it in front of the net, and that kick will go high and wide and out across the back line. Medley quickly taking the replacement ball from behind the net. getting it back into play. She knows that her team is playing against the clock now as we near the 10-minute mark to go. We played almost 35 minutes here in the second half. And this is where all the scoring has taken place. The Nomads with 2 goals and the Extreme with 1. Hennessy will put the ball into play for the Nomads over on the far side. She takes a running start. Nice overhead toss. And out of bounds again on the far side.
Keep it up.
This time it's the Extreme who will have the ball. And coming into the game now for the Extreme, Jessica Lander, number 25. Quickly the referee gets it going. And he didn't like that throw, so he gives it right back to the Nomads. Medley comes out of the box to make the save. Quickly, she kicks the ball downfield, across midfield now. Very strong kick, but nobody is there to save it from going out on the far side, and the Nomads will have it. So that's not exactly what the Extreme wanted there. If they take their time, spread the field, try to move up, they have roughly 10 minutes to score a tying goal. So they certainly don't have to panic yet. Now, if this game was still 2-0, they could be in a panic mode as they'd need 2 goals. But since they cut that lead in half, off the leg and the shot of Marina Grandi about 10 minutes ago, they've put themselves in a position where anything can happen and they can push that ball across and tie the game. Just about 9 minutes to go now on regulation. Coming out Medley again. Morales sends it the other way for the Nomads. Now at midfield. Moodhart for the Extreme, battling for the ball. Now she'll move her way up the middle of the field. Runs into some trouble. The Nomads' defense is there. And that whistle will go against the Extreme. I think it was a push to the back. And on the free kick, Nomads started up again. Nice kick downfield. The Nomads going for the throat here. As isolating, getting away from the pack was number 2, Lauren Seegers. The pass just a little bit long and skirts out of bounds across the back line. So the goal kick now for the Extreme is they definitely want to push and clear the ball away from the net. Extreme have it just below midfield. Now it's across midfield where the Nomads defense sends it the other way. That's number 4, Dara McIntyre. Nomads stop the momentum of the Extreme, and now they bring it up down the middle of the field. But the Extreme clear it away. And now the Extreme having the ball over on the far sideline. Near the corner is number 7, Rebecca Steen. She can't get around the defender and has the ball stolen away, but it gets away, and the Extreme again with control of the ball. Coming in deep. This could be their opportunity for a shot on goal. Finally cleared away by the defense of the Nomads and out of bounds, but the Extreme will have it over on the far side in Nomad territory. Coming up on the 40-minute mark here in the second half.
I'd rather die on the field.
Ball right at midfield. Extreme. Stop it. Slow it up. Lindsay Latham there for the Nomads, and her kick finds its way out over on the far side. Now moving down the middle. There's a shot towards the net. Just got a little too much underneath the ball. It goes up into the air. Nomads able to get there on defense. Now it's the Nomads pushing it across midfield. That's number 5, Michelle Morelos for the Nomads. She runs into some trouble. It goes out. And linesman says the ball belongs to the Extreme. Melissa Diston, number 10, puts the ball down. Throw comes in. Extreme with it.
Play in the middle, Amy. Just three of you. They're
Extreme coming back.
forward, girls.
Now across midfield. Number 2 taking it there, Lauren Katnick. But the Nomads steal away. Now the Nomads with some number deep into extreme territory. They spread the field. Not the shot they wanted. And Medley, Savannah Medley, comes out and makes a stop. Extreme, though, with the ball. And about 4 minutes to tie this game. Out of bounds again over on the far side. Let's see who has it. Looks like the Nomads as Taryn Hennessy is running towards the ball. And she will put it into play. Nomads again controlling it over on the far side near the corner. Again taking a shot, but it bounces twice and right into the hands of the goalkeeper, Savannah Medley. Right at midfield, both teams scrambling for control of the ball. We get a collision and a whistle that goes against the Nomads. And quickly, Extreme want to put the ball down on the ground. And now everybody will streak towards the goal. Right at midfield is where the Extreme will put the ball back in. Here comes a kick, high into the air, right in front of the box. Nice header. Both teams scrambling in front. The defense for the Nomads clear it away. What an opportunity the Extreme would have had there. But the defense for the Nomads clears it out over here on the side. Extreme still with the ball. And coming into the game for the Extreme, number 6, Katie Guadalupe. This could be one of the final chances here for the Extreme. The throw comes in. High into the air. Bounces around. Right in front of the box. Who's going to take control? The Extreme have it. That kick off of Megan Moothart. Deflected by number 5, Michelle Morelos of the Nomads. And the ball still belongs to the Extreme.
Go lock it in there.
And we're coming up on the 42-minute mark, so about 3 minutes. That ball high into the air. A lot of blue jerseys are there. Nomads and Extreme, each fighting for possession of the ball. There's a kick heading towards the back line. Running it down, number 7, Rebecca Steen. She can't get there in time. It goes out across the back line. And a goal kick now for the Nomads. There's the whistle. And that is the end of the game. The Nomads will take this tournament. They're the 2004 Girls Under 18 champions of the State Open Cup as they defeat the Extreme by a final score of 2-1. Might have been a quick whistle there by the official. And that is that, as you see the victorious Nomads there on your screen. And they take a hard-fought game. All the scoring coming in the second half. As they score 2 goals, the Extreme scores 1 to cut the lead and make it very interesting late. And credit has to be handed down to both of these teams. They played extremely well. Well, for George Langevin Productions, I'm Ken Gonzalez. It was our pleasure to bring you this game here on Sunday, the 25th of April, 2004. The final score, the Nomads 2, the Extreme 1. And that'll do it for us here. Have a good day, everybody.
We'd like to thank all the venues that hosted State Cup. There were 1,700 teams: San Bernardino, Temecula, Bakersfield, and Lancaster. So if we could have the coach, Doug Swanson, from from West Coast come up here and just if you have any pictures that would like to see, they can help you guys done.
Nice haircut.
First of all, great state cup. Well done, Cal South. Nomads, fantastic game, quality team. You guys were deserving champion today on this game. My team, a great season. We talked a little bit. Great season, fantastic couple weekends. Very, very proud of the way we played. Just fell a little bit short today, but like I said, very proud, and you should be hold your heads up. Okay, it's a good way to finish your club careers. Okay. So,
Good job, West Coast.
Lauren and Pepper, you guys want to come up? Help me out here.
Come on, ladies, line up here and get to go. Girls, line up right now. All of you.
All right, I'll just shout out their names. First of all, Lauren. Good job.
Good, Lauren.
Good. Nicole Pepper. Caitlin. Yeah, step up and take an hour or something. Yeah. Cindy, Kat, Katie, Emily, Kaylee, Jessica, Amy, Savannah, Melissa, Megan, Becky. Marina, how you doing? Good job, girls.
We'd also like to present the trophy. Congratulations, Coach.
Great, thanks a lot.
If we could have a Nomads coach, Brian McManus, is here. And the girls, congratulations, Nomads. If we could have all the ladies up here.
Yeah, Remy.
Ladies, first of all, thanks very much. 4 games in 2 days, 4 full games in the heat and everything. Both teams. That was a very, very good final. Excellent. Under that kind of pressure with the heat and everything, tremendous. Full credit to both teams. The game could have went either way. We saw the last 3-4 minutes. You looked like you were going to nick one and go to overtime. So all credit to you, right there till the end. To my team, well done. Appreciate all your hard work this season. And hopefully the ones that are going to play college, enjoy your college career, and the rest that are sticking with me, tough. To the parents of both teams, thanks very much. It's all credit to you for getting the kids here. Thank you.
Cal. Lindsay.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it. And everybody, safe journey home. Thanks very much.
Coach, we'd like to present the team with the patch from Chevy Cup 2004. There's all the players. And from our other sponsor, Nike, we'd like to present you with the Nike Game Ball.
Game ball! Game ball!
The hardware. Congratulations.
trying to get the pictures before the game.
Well done.
Taken my bows and my curtain call.